Good afternoon. I'm very happy I can appear here. Stage fright is killing me. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry for my tough Eastern European accent. It's Polish origin. I cannot manage this. I arrived Sydney last year. I'm here for, let's say, a year. Spent some time in Europe. From every month we travel Europe. We are missing. Yeah, this is here. I have to read from time to time. Sorry. These are some screenshots at the background. I'm saying about myself. Yeah.
Continue. While he's doing the presentation, I'm going to go around and give you a headset, and you can put it on and see exactly what it is.
This is just the experience.
I'm doing it in the background.
Yeah. So this is almost a toy. This is a marketing toy, from my perception. But when you put this on, you will be present in underground mine in Poland, 16,000 kilometers from here in Silesia region, which lives on hard coal for the last century. So this is like a gadget, and whoever wants, please take this with you. Try to dig into this, give this to technical guys in your organizations, and get back to me. I organize the proper workshop, because the real workshop is the real professional headset. I'm so excited, because to me it's changing. It changes everything, like it did for 20 years ago for the deregulation on telecommunication market. However,
before you leave, if you want to take it, let me know. Give me a business card or there's a form that bring it.
Yeah, and this is to attract you for a proper workshop. When I make a workshop on the professional equipment, which is then a full application with a full features enabled, then you will see how people get inspired and suddenly innovate what they can do in their organizations. Okay, screenshots. We don't simply sell services and solutions. This is about collaboration. We share our knowledge and we share our expertise. So we are partners. We are not suppliers, definitely. And this changed for IT companies during last years, but we are more consultant. We are not suppliers. We don't sell reports. Together we build the solution. I established my company here in Sydney. Sorry, how to go back? Excuse me, can I go back, please?
Yeah, the red button.
Okay, thank you. So we partner with a super dynamic Polish IT companies, and behind me, you can imagine, there are 2,000 specialists. We are only a few companies which are running by my friends, or all of them are owners or machine holders of the company. My history is in telecommunication business. 20 years ago, I co-founded one of the first of the independent telcos in Poland, and we introduced voice over IP services for the retail market. Just as an example, my prepaid calling cards are present in 200,000 points of sale in Poland. So I really have a history, 20-year history in building businesses in IT. And today, to me, this is like an opportunity and starting a new adventure. So the position is also a little bit different. Our latest success is a VR training application deployed for the biggest Polish mining group. And the resources of hard coal are biggest in European Union. Not in Europe, because then I would have to consider Russia, but excluding Russia, European Union, they hold the biggest resources of hard coal. It's difficult to talk about VR. I'm happy you're already trying with this, because this makes sense, not this. However, moving on, they perform many traditional trainings, as everybody in every mining companies. Then we got the sprinklers replacement on a belt conveyor in the underground mine. And the main business problem with this were costs related to stopping underground belt conveyor for a certain period of time to show a group of 30 people what should be the service operations on this. Then we offered the solution, and we just replaced physical training underground. We replaced the traveling underground. We replaced this with a virtual reality training application. And what was additional to this, of course, the main point, no use of machinery anymore, no more travels on site. We saved money on cutting costs. This is clear, they are hard numbers. Suddenly, they noticed dramatic increase in engagement during learning process. Because learning skills and behaviors, theoretically, on papers, is terribly boring. And the people, 20 years old people, young guys, simple mining miners, they were not very happy to learn and filling tests. What to do? What is the label? What is the sequence of putting the valve? What is the sequence to turn off? When to call to the other end of the conveyor? This was terrible to them. And suddenly, they started learning happily. And then they started playing games because they compete for the best score in tests. And the tests are in VR. Couldn't be better. These are the feedbacks. What we also noticed, and this is based on feedbacks, the climate for innovations. Nobody would never expect that simple mining miners, 20, 22 years old, they started to innovate. They started to innovate, proposing the possible way for improvement in several fields of the company, using, of course, VR. And this is, to me, this is very valuable because you can talk to simple workers for hours, you will never dig anything from them. But when they started to discuss this in their group with their instructors, the effect is amazing. And on another side, these instructors, they are not employed all the time to lead the trainings. They are experienced workers who lead the trainings from time to time. And they were very open to cooperate. They provided us their knowledge about trainings over the years, and we provided the capacity to build VR applications. And we don't go underground, we don't make the movie, we don't film this. All of this which is here, it is rendered, it is done by graphic designers and developers based on the material we provided to them. So sometimes it is enough to make a video by mobile phone and have some pictures. They never travel on site, they never travel underground. These are the list of benefits. And this is impressive and long. And to me, sometimes it is building philosophy around this. But if you want to, if we think as during earlier presentations, if we think to attract talents, you were discussing this earlier, this is not about giving them money. This is not giving them an attractive job. They always quit to Google. I mean about this part of the team who organized these trainings on the higher level. What I found in Poland, talking to young guys in my partner companies, there's only one thing interested to them. Only one thing, from the simple developer to the owner, to chief executive officer, to everybody. We want challenging projects. We want challenging projects. If we receive a lot of money for projects, this is nice, but we always go after challenging projects. And the word project to me, it means that sooner or later it is completed. And it is very important. It is very important they jump from projects from one field to another field. They jump from mining to financials, and then they jump to retail market. Without this, there's no chance to attract people. And then we come to collaboration. We never sell the solution. We never sell the solution, we repeat. We always build this from scratch, and we base on our knowledge and experience. And experience is also what we built in the past. So if we build the underground mine in the past, if we build the conveyor in the past, the second conveyor in completely different environment and completely different conveyor behind this, at the back end, on the developer side, is really, really similar. So this is not so that we built from scratch, but we based on what we did in the past. And another thing, which is, from my point of view, very important, we serve different industries. We jump from retail to construction, to mining, to banking. And all of this, in this case, is VR. You will never get this experience within the organization, even the biggest, because your talents will quit, will escape. They don't want to be tied to one industry. But, in my opinion, when they collaborate, when they have a chance to collaborate with really open-minded people, another side of the world, it really works. And this is how it works in Poland now. People suddenly, in IT, they don't want to change their country. They don't want to live in Switzerland. It looks nice. It sounds great. They prefer to live in Silesia. And they do their math, of course, because cost of living and the money they receive in Switzerland are usually 3 times higher than in Poland. But by the end of the day, they don't live. And that's why we have, in my hometown, which is 200,000 people, we have 2 big IT companies. One is employing 700 people just there, and another one is powerful enough to exchange shares with 20, 30 other IT companies, and they made a holding of independent companies but related by shares. And this is 1.5 thousand people working for one company, which is my partner, and the main shareholder and chief executive officer is my friend. So this is a mixture of relationship, but we share values. We share the same approach. We share the same perception of time. For people around the world, time might be flexible. We are very serious. For our 8 a.m. CET, European time, it's 8 a.m. This date, not half an hour later. It is also about delivery, and this is also, I must say, discovering problems. We make problems for you, because we discover problems, and you have to make a decision what to do with this. And this is all about building solutions in collaborative way. In my history, I built a telecommunication company in Poland, but I have a MA in economics. Economics, it's nothing. You can do nothing virtually. There is no skill. And it was only building the blocks together, working with people who all of them were better than me in their field, always. And I talk too much, probably. I would encourage you to try. If you don't want to try it now, please take it. Just leave me your business card, if you are so kind. I would be very happy to organize the workshop for people in your organizations, people who I inspire to innovate. I mean, to think about what theoretically could be done. This is nothing mandatory. This is just not necessary now. This is my background. I'm talking too much. These workshops are very important because these are workshops, nobody pay for this, and within a group of 2 people or 8 people who could be engaged in this process, the results are amazing. Last month there were people in London in Arriva company. This is a company who holds the railing company in the UK and several buses companies around Europe. And people were amazed what could be done in virtual reality for rails. They have formalized trainings. They already use some VR, learning cockpits, but we can go we can move far forward. And this bus cockpits, this train cockpit is here. this is the second application, also demo version. So this is very simplified. There are courses on learning routes for bus operators. This is just to explore maybe for your children, maybe for anybody. Just let them dig into this. There is a short, simple instruction. Do what you want. Just stay in touch for the workshops, because this is $300 device, and the real professional headset is over 2,000. And this 2,000 device is connected to powerful PC, which makes this living. And then you get, this also is present here. All of these videos are here. This is just to dig for them according to instruction. But what you get remote hands in this. You are doing things, you do like this with this VR, and the results are amazing. This is the electricity company in Poland, one of the biggest. They produce and distribute energy. And these are the very dangerous operations where you have to learn these behaviors, because this is your life here. And usually, traditionally, they do this in pairs, and the trainee, they couldn't do virtually too much with this, because nobody, the instructor, don't want to die doing this. And the same was in underground mine. There was no training virtual, it was demonstration done by instructor. So he showed them how to stop conveyor, how to put labels in a proper sequence, and how to replace sprinklers, which is really simple thing. But imagine what may happen to approach conveyor with coal rocks running and a group of 30 people underground. So what is the chaos? And these guys, 20 years old guys, they are pretty relaxed because they are not at work. Yes, I'm running out of time. Take this with you. Ask your children to do what you want with this, or please do this by yourself, and at least, please, workshops. And this is where we should move forward. Thank you, and sorry for the time. Thank you.